everyone. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I got my microphone going. So today's reading I want to look at based on a tweet that I found here from, I think it's Royal Sage on Twitter. Yeah, Royally Sage, who wrote, Netflix did pass on the Girl Scout movie. Apparently, the Harkle brand is so toxic that a lot of the distributors don't want to work with them. I hope this stops any production from taking money from them and in exchange for credit. Well, in case you don't recall, I mean, Harry and Meghan are constantly with the onslaught of stuff. Harry's court case. Meghan releases an AI video on Instagram. The Girl Scout thing comes out. And then Meghan's on the red carpet, making an appearance, slapping her assistant around. It's like one thing after another. And we're only in the second week of February. It's like boom, 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 right? And they've been doing this for 6 years. And so here I am pulling back to this story that seems like ancient history now, but only happened like a week ago. It's from January 25th, a week and a half, when Meghan and Harry went to Sundance for the premiere of the Girl Scout documentary. That was a surprise to everyone. We're like, what? Harry, Meghan, Girl Scout movie? What is this about? Harry and Meghan at Sundance? Like, huh? So they're giving this appearance like they're behind this movie. It's all Meghan, and she's all, soaking in all the attention as usual because she suffers so from the media. And according to this post from Secondhand Coke, says that Netflix passed on it. She writes, my brother is a film executive, and he says that Harry and Meghan are so toxic that it's unlikely they will find a distributor. He said the Cookie Queens documentary made a mistake by giving Harry and Meghan an ED credit. Harry and Meghan are so toxic no one will opt in. They continue on saying, I have not been able to find out how Harry and Meghan got involved in it, but what's going around is that they didn't invest what would be expected for a pay-to-play executive producer credit. The deal was done because Meghan promised that Netflix would pick it up. But they aren't picking it up. They don't plan to pick it up anything that Meghan brings out or brings to them. The quote, first look deal was letting her down easy. It's a shame, really, because the film's place at Sundance in its own right may have gotten it distributed, but now they messed up by including the Hollywood outcasts in the long list of executive producers. Wow. So that struck me. I'm like, really? Did Meghan promise these people that she, without paying, because we all know Meghan's cheap. She never wants to pay anything. But did she really promise them that Netflix would pick them up? Right? Is Meghan like throwing that around, throwing her weight around like, I can get you in Netflix? I thought, wow, that does sound, from what I know of Meghan Markle, it does sound like something she would try to pull off. But, I don't know. Is this just a rumor? Is it true? Let's find out. I'm going to look at this now. Hi, Jenna. How are you? Yeah, I'm going to take a look first start with Megalodon. And then I'm going to look at the cookie people here, see what's going on here. If Meghan really was Meghan so desperate to be on a red carpet somewhere that she actually lied to the Girl Scouts and said, oh, make me an executive producer and I'll get you into Netflix. Wow. She just wants to be seen as, it seems like Meghan wants to be seen as a film producer. She can't be a top billing actress on a Hollywood production. She wants to be like what her ex did, Trevor, right? She wants to be seen as this big-time movie producer coming out with all these hits. She's always like that. She's always vindictive like that with her exes and with other women. Just saying, I don't see what, and of course it's Girl Scouts, and Harry and Meghan are always targeting children, particularly girls. We see that a lot with Meghan. the predator that she is. Her and Chrissy Teigen always targeting the girls. The two trannies there, in my opinion. But anyways, let's look at Meghan. And what was Meghan's real attitude towards this to the Girl Scouts executive producers there? And because Meghan knew she was going to hog all the attention when she got there. Everybody would know that. If you invite Harry and Meghan, they take over all the publicity for it, right? Nobody knows anything about the Girl Scouts. It's all Harry, Meghan, Harry, Meghan. Kind of like the Invictus Games. Do we know anything about any of the people in Invictus? No. All we hear about is Harry, Meghan, Harry, Meghan, Harry, Meghan, right? Harry pushed Meghan down a hill on a inflatable tire. Like, that's all you remember about it. Nobody knows anything about the people who partake in it. That's the way it is when you invite Harry and Meghan. So let's see here. But what was Meghan's attitude? What was she? Was she playing them? Did Meghan knowingly lie to them? Now, there is a chance that Meghan, with her ego, may have thought she could get them into Netflix. I mean, Meghan thinks that she has all this power, right? So maybe Meghan really did think she could get the Netflix to accept them, their movie, The Cookie Queens. Let's find out. Did Meghan really think? Did she lie to them, or did Meghan really believe that she could do it? What she said to them? What are her expectations for this? What happened afterwards? Yeah. Meghan is still trying to be a bigwig in Hollywood. Her and Harry are still trying. Let's find out. So I look at it start with Meghan's perspective on this, with the Cookie Queens executives there, the Girl Scouts. What was Meghan's attitude there in making a deal with them? Let's find out. So her general attitude, world. She was using them to be on the world stage, getting the publicity. Like, she hadn't been out in a while. It was the first time her and Harry were on a red carpet in a long time. Oh, wow. Tower reversed. Yeah, trying to repair the damage of the past, of what's been going on. Trying to look good. You know, she's trying to look like she's still a success, even though everybody knows they're floundering and they're toxic. Because when Meghan goes back to the UK, she doesn't want to go on her hands and knees. She wants to act like she's still got all these things going, right? 9 of Wands reversed. Yeah, defeated over here. She was desperate. This is an act of desperation on Meghan to be on she was looking for anything to have a photo op to be. I mean, you saw Meghan, how gleeful the narcissist was in her most recent outing on stage, getting her picture taken again. I mean, this woman, seriously, the only thing she loves is a microphone and being in front of the cameras, in front of one of those screens that she can just stand and pose in various poses. I mean, she really loves that. That's the only time. I mean, you've never seen somebody who's so narcissist. So the basis, but with the Girl Scouts, yeah, she was looking to repair her image on the world stage. King of Swords down here. Just being very strategic. This went along with the agenda. You know, the girls and movies, being looking like a film producer. This went along with her plans brilliantly. It's exactly the kind of image she's trying to give off. It's all very strategic, calculated for her PR. Did Meghan knowingly lie to them? Did she really lie to them and say, I'll get you in Netflix? Oh my God, death reversed. Yeah, Meghan knew that Netflix would never take anything from her again. She knows that she's dead to them, and she knows it. Yeah, and you can also look at death as like the ending of an old life, beginning of a new one. So upright would have been a positive, like, finally you break through and have a new life, but not with Netflix, not with Meghan. And Meghan knew they would never take it. She knew. She lied. Absolutely. Up to her old tricks. So what was she expecting? What was Meghan expecting from doing this little red carpet appearance? It was just to create more brouhaha, more gossip. she's trying to pretend like she has this high flying life, having parties and going out in her gowns every day, and like everything's just wonderful. But trying to, yeah, I see that as an excess of, like, she's pushing it. She's really desperate to try to look like a success and to get people talking about her in a positive light with something positive like this. Yeah, but not very high expectations of. She didn't expect to do anything with the Girl Scouts though. She knew she was. You could look at this as she knew she was going to disappoint the Girl Scouts. Three of Cups reversed. She wasn't planning on actually following through and really backing them up with anything or really getting them a deal. Pushing, Meghan wasn't going to lift a finger to help them. So was Meghan trying to avoid or not want with this? And like a Judgment reversed. Yeah. So yeah, she's still trying to revamp herself and be a success and trying to do something. She was hoping beyond hope that this would be a big success and that she could take credit for it. But obviously, it won't be a success because it wasn't picked up anywhere. So a big fail for her. That's exactly what she's worried about, that it wouldn't take off. So she can't, because, Meghan would milk that for all it's worth. Oh, this movie, I just came. Because remember how many times Meghan bragged about that movie she was going to make, Pearl or something? Total ripoff from Michael Obama. Well, Meghan was hoping desperately this would take off and she would just go around taking credit for it, even though she had nothing to do with it. You would never hear the end of it. Meghan, the producer of Girl Scouts, like every single intro, every single article written about her, it would be Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, of Archwell Philanthropies, and executive producer of Girl Scouts. I mean, if Girl Scouts had taken off, and Meghan had absolutely nothing to do with this film, all she did was slap on her name at the end. I mean, it's really crazy. Is that what she was hoping for? Oh yeah, Two of Swords reversed. Yeah. Well, I think that she was hoping that this would give her a reboost, because I kind of see this as Meghan's career in Netflix and in movies in general has basically stopped. So I think she was hoping this would open things up again, new opportunities, sort of help her out, because Meghan's stuck. Nobody wants, since Netflix has dumped her, nobody else is going to take her. Meghan is dead to the entire music movie industry. I mean, if you're rejected by Netflix, no one else is going to take you. Certainly not in those terms. And how did she? What did I look at this here? I think how did Netflix or the Girl Scouts affect her? Oh my, yeah, very upset. Yeah, she knew she was going to upset them, and she didn't care. She's like, yeah, so I'm getting again and again here that Meghan expected them to be upset and disappointed, and she knew they were going to be. But Meghan got what she wanted. She got some attention on stage. Yeah, and afterwards, Nine of Cups reversed, wish not granted. They did not get what Meghan promised them. Meghan misled them. Wow. So in the long term, it's a non-starter. It's not going anywhere. It's not a hit. It's not taking off. It's not being picked up. Wow. And I could also look at this tower as basically Meghan destroyed it. Her and Harry, like they said, they're so toxic. It looks like Harry and Meghan really torpedoed this. Like the film probably would have done so well on its own. But then Harry and Meghan come in and just ruin everything. So it does really, the tower and the death. I am kind of getting that Meghan, I think, and Harry, the idea of them blowing it up, They really destroyed it. Harry and Meghan are just two destructive wrecking balls that wherever they go, they destroy and Markle it, They're really cursed. That curse of Markle is for real. I'm telling you, people should respect it. It is real. It is a real curse. Well, let's see how cursed does the film crew there, the producers, directors, creators of this Girl Scouts movie, the actresses there that Meghan was slobbering all over. Because Meghan just loves to fool people into thinking she's a woman and that she's like some kind of role model for girls. I think it's a big satanic joke from the Baphomet as far as I'm concerned. Her and Chrissy Teigen, in my opinion. But anyways, how are the Girl Scouts feeling? How are they feeling about what just happened here with Meghan and Harry's interference into their debut, their big debut of their movie, Cookie Queens. Why would they invite Meghan and Harry? Why would they even consider it? And Meghan didn't even pay. She just promises to get them on Netflix. Unbelievable. Yeah, so let's see. Are they very disappointed or what? Yeah. I'll reconfirm again. Did Meghan tell them that she would get them in Netflix? Were they having high expectations with Meghan and Harry's involvement? I mean, with Prince Harry, too. You know they had some high expectations, at least, of... They got the publicity for sure because of that. Yeah. Let's see. Let's find out how the Girl Scouts were affected by Harry and Meghan's apparently disastrous involvement. Torpedoing it. Meghan and her cookies. That's another thing, targeting girls, the cookies, Meghan cooking her on her cooking show with her baking those cookies that she sells, sticking your thumb in it. I mean, it's just, everything was lined up for Meghan there. She couldn't resist getting involved in that. Let's see. How are they affected? Let's see. How the Girl Scouts felt having Megalodon there. Oh my, 3 of Wands reversed. Yeah, they were definitely not seeing anything inspiring they didn't feel like she was a team player working with them. It's like she was just there for herself. Lovers. Okay, they're just posing for the pictures there. I see this. This looks like the pictures they were posing for. Meghan was just there because Meghan loves getting her picture taken on the red carpet. So that they could tell that's all she was there for. They're like, wow, Meghan's just here because she loves the red carpet. It really had nothing to do with them or wanting to help them or the girls. It was all about Meghan's opportunity to be on the red carpet and to look like an executive producer. On the bottom of it all, 10 of Pentacles. Yes, Meghan promising big money with Netflix, but delivering zilch zero. Doing nothing but not making money. You do nothing but lose money with Harry and Meghan. All they know how to do is cause people to flounder and fail around them. Yeah. And the basis of it all, Chariot reversed. Yeah, they felt it was a political agenda and that Harry and Meghan basically derailed them in their, they were going really well for a while, forging ahead. They were at Sundance with everything was going. And Harry and Meghan came in and threw them off their horses, threw them off. Everything went off the rails. Total disaster. I don't know if Meghan was trying to be political with it or not. I don't know if there was a political angle to it that Meghan was trying to pull. I mean, besides the fact that Meghan's always targeting girls and women. So that may have been it. Well, of course, Meghan, did have that fake Photoshop picture, which I went over in a past video about how fake it was. It doesn't look like Meghan ever was a brownie or a Girl Scout. Yeah, but it looks like Harry and Meghan's involvement really threw them off. Things were going well for the Girl Scouts executives there. Did Meghan promise them to be in Netflix? Oh, 8 of Swords reversed. Being released here. Yeah, I think that they were feeling like they were, not getting the opportunity to distribute it. They were worried about that. They were feeling, and Meghan came in and said, yeah, I can get you out of your fix that you're in. I can fix it. So they were stuck in a bind here. Like, we're not getting any offers. We don't know who to go to. We'd really love a big, big company like Netflix. And Meghan was like relieving them of that worry that they had and saying, oh no, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll call Netflix. I'll call Sarandis tonight and tell him he's going to take you. So she gave them a huge relief for that. They thought they wouldn't have a problem. And now they're finding out that she lied. She lied. Wow. And what were they expecting from Meghan's involvement? Yeah, right there. They expected Netflix. Ace of Coins. So they did expect this new opportunity from her. So she did lie to them. She led them on to believe that. And she probably didn't say it just so, because Megan has a way of saying things, so she didn't exactly say that, but really she did. She gives the impression of without saying it. So she'd probably come back to them and say, "Well, I never promised it. I just said it looks likely." But I do see that they expected it. They expected her to get them that Netflix deal. So what did they not like about dealing with Megalodon? Okay, Knight of Wands. Yeah, they didn't like dealing with all the negative publicity that she brought upon it and the criticisms. And yeah, so she did sort of cause them a lot of headaches and people asking, why did you let them get involved, kind of a thing. But on the benefit of it was they did, I think, make more money from it and get more, attention, of course. This is like the Joker. And he did bring in more eyes onto the movie than otherwise, so did help them there. But how did Megalodon affect them? Ace of Cups. Wow. So they saw that she was excessively happy to be there. Of course, not for them, but because she loves posing for those pictures on the red carpet. That's why she was there. And she was just over the top about it. Like it was all about her. And if you look at the pictures, all the pictures are of Meghan. They're focused on her. And here's Meghan meeting the crew. And here's Meghan with the executive producer. Meghan's all, hi. She's like over the top, like high as a kite or something. So the Ace of Cups is kind of, I think they're thinking, oh my God, this woman's crazy. She was over the top with this. She was so, doing too much overacting in it. And it was a bit much. Yeah, so what happened afterwards, how they feel afterwards. Oh, here we go, Three of Cups reversed again. So again, very disappointed, very upset. They had to tell the Girl Scouts, like, sorry, girls. Meghan lied. Yeah, so Three of Cups reversed again. And Meghan knew they were going to feel that way. She saw it coming because I got Three of Cups over here with Meghan. She knew she was going to disappoint them. She knew Netflix would never pick it up. But they didn't find out until later. So in the long term, we've got here Six of Swords reversed. They have to go back to the, what's the expression again? Back to the office, try to rework something new, back to the studio. Yeah. They're set back here. Wow. So from what I'm seeing here, it does look like Meghan. This was all, Meghan did this all for herself, all for her own publicity with the world. And, she was just one of many executive producers. And, but she promised that deal. And it does look like the Girl Scouts did expect that. They were expecting that and were very disappointed when it didn't happen. Their wish didn't come true. Yeah. Yeah, so basically Meghan used the Girl Scouts movies for her own, promoting herself and trying to rehabilitate her image. And that's why I see partly with the Tower reverse, Meghan and Harry trying to rehabilitate their image using girls and the Girl Scouts and ruining their chance for their movie to be picked up. Really sad that they were treated this way by Meghan and Harry. Yeah. So there you have it. That is what went down. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.